Hello and welcome back everyone. In this lecture, we will learn about string indexing. We will see what is a positive indexing and what is a negative indexing. Basically, in positive string indexing, the index always starts from 0. In negative indexing, the index always starts from -1. Negative indexing is something which is not available in most other programming languages. This feature makes Python even more easier to use, especially when you are working with very long strings. Okay, we will see all these with different examples. So without wasting our time, let's continue open our Jupyter notebook. Alright, so I have the Jupyter notebook open here. Let's go ahead and create a Python file. And let's name this file as indexing example. Okay. Here I will take a simpler string in order to understand more effectively. So my string would be my str equal to a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h, I, j. Okay, so my string is 10 characters long, and remember the first character always starts from index 0. So the character a is at index 0 and the character j is at the index 9. Okay, because it's a 10 character string. Okay, so in my last lecture, I have shown you how we can directly print a character at a particular index, right? So let's say if I want to print the character E here, what I need to do is I can just say my str of the index of E, that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So E is at index 4. So when I say my str of 4 and I run this, I get the output as E. Okay. So this is called positive indexing because my index is starting from the 0, right? So the character A is at 0 and the character E is index 4. So this is a positive indexing. Now what is a negative indexing, right? So this is one feature that differs Python from many other programming languages. So let's see how to use negative string indexing. For example, if we have a longer string, something like this, and let's say I want to print the last character, which I will keep it as a different one at the rate of, I want to print the last character. So the first way to print this last character is to count the indexes starting from the index 0 and go till index at the rate of, and then you will give the index, right? Other way is to use the length of the string and then go to the last character and print it. But the easiest way is to use a negative indexing. So if I want to print the last character here at the rate of, I can just say my str of -1. Okay, and when I print this, when I run this here, I get the last character, that is at the rate of. So remember, the last character of any string in Python always starts from -1. Okay, similarly it goes for the second last character as -2, the third last character as -3, and so on. Okay, so in this example, if I want to print the third last character, that is I can just say my str of -3. Okay, and it will print me I. Another trick what we are going to see here is we can write an expression, or we can write a numerical calculation inside this indexing. So let's try that also. For example, I want to print an index which is a result of a calculation, right? So for example, I can just say 7 minus 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1. So the result would be 7 minus 4 minus 1, that is 2, right? So it should print the value of the index 2. So in this example, at index 2 we have C, right? So when we print this, we get C. So there's another trick that we can actually use a calculation inside this. So how we can use it is like if we have a function, that function returns me a particular index at a particular condition. So we can do that. I'll just give you a small snapshot how it works. Let's say I have a function we define it by def. So we are going to cover all these functions and methods in upcoming lectures. So right now I'm just giving a snapshot how it can be useful. So how this string indexing can be helpful in other ways also. So I'm just trying to show you guys. So let's say we have a function is my fun, and we define it like this. Def is used to define, and colon is the last one that says that it's a function. And auto indentation and an indent of 4 characters long is required here in order to define a function. So let's say I just try to keep it simple as possible. So I'll just return the same calculation, 7 minus 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1. Okay, so this is going to return me a value 2, right? And I'll just run this. So this is fed into the memory, and I open another row here, and here I'll just say my str. I want to print my str of, and from inside this I can actually call this function which we created just now. I can say my fun, right? And if I run this, I get C, right? Because my fun is returning me a value 2. Similarly, if I change it, this is going to return me a value 1, and if I run it here, so my str of 1 would be B, right? So this is how it will work. So I hope now you guys are familiar with the string indexing and how it works. In my next lecture, we will continue about string slicing, which is another powerful and interesting feature in Python, and we'll see how it works. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you all for joining, and see you in the next lecture.